Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is Tristan, and today in this video what we got going on for you guys is something very simple. We're going to be getting to the topic of why Nike is going to be doing more shock drops this year and why they've been doing more recently. I feel like there's a couple answers that are more obvious and are kind of upfront, but there's some that maybe, you're kind of curious to this still. You're like, okay, there's been a lot recently. Is this going to continue? Is this a normal thing? Should we expect this? What's going on in 2023? And that's what the topic of this video will be, just discussing shock drops in 2023, why we're going to be seeing more, and that's really what the topic this video is. So if you want more content like this, check my Instagrams, any of that down below if y'all want to. You can subscribe and like down below as well. Trying to 200 likes in this video, that'd be cool. If not, again, not the end of the world. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I need to mention. You can also check my group down below. We sourced plenty of daily deals for our members yesterday, so don't be sleeping on that. Always dropping under retail or under market items for you guys there, so check us out below. We got early info, botters running your profiles for you, people that can teach you how to bot, daily giveaways, group buys so you can get bots that you need to run, or even again just basic info teaching you how to become a better reseller if you're not interested in botting side. So I hope to see y'all there down below. Check out our free trial and let's get started. So you can test us out or any of that with the free trial. So you can test us out to see what we're like if you're curious. But let's get started. So the first reason that we're going to be seeing more shock drops in 2023, and I feel like this is a fairly obvious one, and we also again will provide early information on these shock drops. Another reason that you can check out the trial below is to not miss out on releases like this. But basically the main reason that Nike is going to be dropping more of these shock releases in 2023 is so they can clear more inventory. If you remember last year, Nike posted something, I'll try and put it up on the screen, but they posted something saying that their inventory was up 30% or something like that. Basically, they're holding on to a lot of stock, and that's not where you want to be at as a sneaker company. You're holding product, but that's not what you want to be holding. You want to mainly be holding cash. You don't want to be having a ton of shoes in warehouses, and that's basically what we're getting at with what I'm discussing right now. Why we're seeing more of these shock drops is so Nike can push out more stock from these releases beforehand, because Nike knows there's a resale market. They're very aware of this, and they understand if they do these shock drop type releases, not only will the resale market stay on the sneaker, but it's a way for them to clear extra stock and give people pairs early, and the market stays. It doesn't go down in demand. People still end up buying them up in bulk, and that's exactly what we've seen. For example, for the Thunder Jordan 4, we saw a drop of 4. We saw EA. I saw plenty of people hit on both, and basically looking at that, we're kind of able to tell and narrow it down and see that Nike is just trying to release more stock of this shoe before its actual main release, and it's worked. I mean, the resale is still okay. I mean, the Thunders have already, we're going to have a lot of stocks. That's why the prices are as low as they are. It's already like a main release a little bit, but it hasn't hit FLX locations at all those exact places yet, so just keep that in mind. But kind of the first thing I want to mention, it's Nike trying to clear inventory, so we're going to see more of these month-to-month, bi-weekly, maybe even weekly, kind of shock drop type releases, just because Nike is trying to get, more pairs out of their warehouse. They want more sales, and that's basically what we're doing. An example of that, again, the recent Thunder 4 drop, shock drop, EA, now the main release. We had it with the reimagined 3s. It's a new formula, basically, that they're rolling out they're going to do it for a lot of hype shoes. So expect that. On a lot of these hype shoes, if they load up in advance, we have the date beforehand, we'll probably have a shock drop for it, especially if it's one of those, common models like a 1, a 3, a 4. I mean, those are all, they're easily able to produce bulk of those. So just keep that in mind. A little bit less common for SB, but we saw it with the RTJ ones. Maybe we'll see it with the Doritos. I don't think so, but potentially. First reason, though, Nike trying to clear stock. Now, the second reason that Nike is running more shock drops in 2023 is because they want to give more success. They want more people to hit in 2023. They have read the complaints, and they want to give those hyped pairs, the pairs that have those demand behind them, out to more of the buyers, out to more of those people that are going to rock them and wear them. And obviously, they're not going to be able to fix the solution 100%. It's inevitable. There will always be people complaining about not hitting on Nike. Even if they are to change the full system, how they drop these sneakers, they do fix the botting problem. It's just going to turn into something like Confirmed app, you know what I mean? And people are just going to complain. So I mean, I'm telling y'all, it's like, we can keep complaining, but it's like, do we want what they're going to change it into? Like, do we want what would be next? You know what I mean? Like, it's a full question, because right now, there's like ways to hit it. I mean, there's a set way to hit, basically, on Nike, and we understand that. And if you're willing to put in the effort to get there, basically making more accounts, then you eventually will. And that's just kind of how it is right now. But I mean, if they were to change it, you know, I just think it could get interesting. But again, we'll see. I can't speak on that because I don't really know what it would be. But the second main reason that we have Nike doing more of these shock drops is because they want to put more pairs in people's hands. They want to see less complaints. But it's kind of inevitable that they're always going to have complaints, but they can put more pairs in people's hands. So shout out Nike. It's a good way to do it. You could say like one reason as well that Nike's doing these shock drop releases is to like combat the resale market a little bit, because when they drop pairs early, the pairs drop in price. So that's kind of one reason I feel like they may be doing it. But again, I don't really feel like that's the reason they're doing it, because if they understand that the resale market still stays and hype sneakers if they drop them early still. So I think it's them still trying to play on it while making sure the shoe is still popular and will sell out on drop day, if that makes sense. So I would say that's a reason, but also kind of what I more or less thought my third reason for this, you know, would be, and as to why Nike's been doing more shock drops, is to give the experience of their app. You know, they want it to be more fair to a manual user, but also I think Nike's trying to generate more activity on their app. They want it to be as popular as possible. They notice how many people are coming into the sneaker game, and they notice how dominant they are right now. Adidas is not doing anything. New Balance has fumbled the bag with high retails and inconsistent releases that tend to get botted to death. So, you know, there's been a couple brands that could have done something here, but, you know, they haven't done anything, and they're not trying to do anything. For example, Adidas, like, you know, like they work something out with Kanye, you know what I mean? Like Nike is just taking over and destroying the whole entire sneaker market. And that's basically, they're taking another step here. They're trying to say, hey, we drop pairs in this way and that way. And, you know, there's always a way that you might be able to get it like a manual user. It's kind of like a game. That's why people are still messing with sneakers, is because it's like a game. I feel like people are addicted to the sneakers game of hitting or not hitting, you know? But again, that's just chance. That's also just a theory, but kind of how I feel about it. This is my third main reason, is Nike trying to gain more market share. They're trying to take over, and this is another way that they can do it, release more pairs. I mean, they're going to do what they can do to get more of their stock out there, have them on more people's feet, and this is another great way to do it. And get, you know, their Twitter always goes crazy about these. You see tons of posts about them, so this is another way to keep their name trending consistently, keep you know, Nike on people's minds. So that's pretty much everything I can mention right there. My three main reasons as to why Nike is doing more shock drops. Let me know if you agree or disagree down below. Maybe you don't agree with all the points, but you agree with a couple of them. Hey, go ahead, let me know in the comments. And if you have any theories of your own, any ideas of your own, I'd love to hear it in the comments. And be sure you guys check us out at Hype Labs. Don't miss out on shock drops. We got the early info for those always. So stay in the loop with us. Start hitting more on those. We'll have ACO, you know, back for Nike and all that very, very soon, because I know a lot of people have been pausing on that. Just because Nike added like the two-factor thing, but we got some ways around that, so stay tuned. The daily under-market deals, daily giveaways, teaching people how to buy, botting classes, anything related to that. I mean, even just trying to become a better reseller, you know, having a better community you can talk with more people with, learn how to source more pairs. Again, here's some people on the screen that have been sourcing recently. We can show you how to do this. Just, again, check us below, learn the basics, get your name out there. So that's it. I don't have a screen recording or anything up. So I'm Tristan. Thank you guys. And I'll catch you on the next video soon. Time to hit the post office, man. And catch you all on Hype Labs maybe. Peace.